caliper on his left-hand side was broken, so he was actually only left with one front caliper breaking. That's why he had to come back in.
Yeah, I wonder. No, don't let's spoil the battle. I think it will be looked at by video, don't you, what happened? But we're not going to surmise. Rossi is closing dramatically now on that leading duo, and here is Marquez trying now to get past Yoni Hernandez. And as always happens in these situations, the higher you get up, it gets more and more difficult to get past people, and the pace at the front is so fast. The progress you make early on is not the same. This is the Ducati of Yoni Hernandez as we ride with Marquez, and Marquez has not got the grunt to get past him on that long start finish straight.
I was just going to say, Nick, perfect evidence there of how quick that Ducati is in the straight line. Marquez did not get a sniff down the start finish straight of passing Yoni Hernandez through the first corner, but it's again Valentino Rossi of the top four who is the fastest. The gap now between Lorenzo and Rossi, 1.4 seconds.
And he has got through. Marquez now, as we would expect, has gone through on Yoni Hernandez, and Yoni Hernandez says, you may be the double world champion, you may have just passed me, but it ain't gonna be that easy. And typically Marquez is right back in his face and retakes the advantage.
Marquez took Hernandez at turn 4. Hernandez hit back at 5, and then Marquez, has he finally made it stick on the Colombian at turn 6? That puts him now behind his factory Honda teammate Dani Pedrosa. Marquez up to 6. Who would have thought that just a few moments ago when he was running through the runoff gravel trap at the first corner, when he was so close to tagging the back of Bradley Smith.
So Lorenzo still leads away. This is the helicopter shot, then the two Ducatis. And Valentino Rossi, you can see at the back there, is closing on them all the time. Yamaha, Ducati, Ducati, Yamaha. Where are the Hondas? They are on the charge. They're really on the charge with Marc Marquez. And don't rule out Dani Pedrosa either. Lorenzo has led from the very early stages. Dovizioso and Iannone look comfortable. Rossi has to work mighty, mighty hard to get up there with them, but he is closing all the time. 14 and a half laps to go.
Lorenzo, Dovizioso, Iannone, Rossi, that's your leading four. Is Dovizioso going to pull out of the slipstream and attack Lorenzo? He is. Dovizioso's got the inside line. He's taken the lead from Lorenzo at the first corner on lap 9. Dovizioso, the poleman, back in the lead.
I wonder if he's been told that Rossi is on the charge and decided time to up the pace a little bit. We don't want Rossi joining in this particular fight. Lorenzo will be quite happy to hang in there, as is Iannone. Can Rossi charge now, or can Dovizioso really open up a bit of an advantage and try and prevent Rossi from joining the trio?
And bear in mind, in that group of four, the only tyre differential is that Rossi has that harder option front, so you know, the longer this fight goes on, Rossi may get stronger and stronger.
Oh, just what we need.
Well, all throughout practice, Dovizioso knows he's had the measure on outright pace of Jorge Lorenzo, as Loris Baz, unfortunately, the French rookie, disappointing start to his MotoGP career. He's just explaining some issues to his Ford Racing mechanics. Lorenzo, just that big moment on the rear as they come through turn 9. Here is Dovizioso leading, Lorenzo in second. Iannone, he's been in third for a long time. The Italian just set a personal best lap of the race. He's got to get a shift on because he knows his compatriot Valentino Rossi is right behind and wanting to take that final place on the podium off him. Rossi right there now on the back of this top 3.
What a remarkable ride by the 36-year-old. What a remarkable ride by the man coming into his 20th season in Grand Prix motorcycle racing.
Well, he's done it again, hasn't he, Nick? He dropped back to 10th place on the first lap. That's where he came from last year to fight Marc Marquez all the way for the victory. And Rossi now is right in contention for his 83rd Premier Class win. Dovizioso trying to take his second. He crosses the line to lead from Lorenzo, Iannone and Rossi.
We ride with Rossi. That is Iannone and Lorenzo in front of him, and you just get a glimpse there of Dovizioso who leads the race. This is coming into turn 1. Is Lorenzo having a few tyre problems? He just seems a couple of times to run it just a little bit wide to me.
Yeah, he's just dropped into the 156 bracket as well, Jorge Lorenzo. Dovizioso, Iannone, Rossi, they're all still in the 155s, and Dovizioso is trying to make a break
He
here.
is, and you get the feeling that Iannone is lining up Lorenzo as quick as he can, because he knows, he can hear that Rossi is right behind him.
So just a quick word, guys, on tyre problems. That's the issue why Loris Baz has come in. The team's not quite sure, but they are now going to try and pop in some different tyres and send him back out on the same bike, at least for experience purposes.
Still Pedrosa 5th, Marc Marquez 6th, Johnny Hernandez 7th, Bradley Smith 8th, Cal Crutchlow 9th, Paul Espargaro 10th, Aleix Espargaro 11th, Scott Redding 12th, Petrucci 13th, Nicky Hayden 14th, and Stefan Bradl in 15th place.
Dovizioso leads the Qatar Grand Prix. Jorge Lorenzo hanging on there in second place as they go through this fifth gear, turn 11. Iannone in third, Rossi at the back of that group. Dani Pedrosa in fifth, 4 seconds back. Marc Marquez in sixth, a further 1.1 seconds behind his HRT teammate. Marquez, 5.5 seconds he is off Dovizioso, who's leading this race. Is that too much for the Spaniard to fight back? You can never rule him out.
You can't, but I think it is. I think it is, because these four at the front are setting a fair old place. What do I know about Jorge Lorenzo? Because he's retaken the lead at the front. He's got past Dovizioso, so Yamaha back at the front. Ducati, and then Yamaha once again. He's sizing it all up. He's looking at all the options, Jorge Lorenzo. The two Ducatis power past him. Iannone's got through on him as well. So Dovizioso leaves Iannone, but he leaves a bit of a gap. Lorenzo goes back through.
Great move by Lorenzo at the first corner to take second place straight back from Andrea Iannone. Lorenzo led on to the start, finished straight to complete lap 10, but Ducati power blitzed by him.
Up towards turns 4 and 5, we ride with Lorenzo. That is Dovizioso tipping it into turn 4. We have 11.5 laps to go. We waited a long time for this race, and the wait is worth every single minute.
Well, we thought it was going to be Ducati versus Honda. It's Ducati versus Yamaha at the moment. 12 laps to go. Dovizioso out in front. Started from pole position. Jorge Lorenzo led the way for a while. As we look at Dovizioso now, second gear as he comes on to the start, finish straight. Sorry, he's going through turn 11. Now that was turn 10. Just getting a bit confused with the floodlights there. But Dovizioso still leading this race. Can he take the GP15 to a debut victory here? Lorenzo, though, is putting the pressure back on the Italian.
He really is piling on the pressure. We know that Ducati's a bit quicker, but into the very fast right-hander, and it's Jorge Lorenzo that has taken the lead. Lorenzo leads away from Dovizioso. Iannone coming under real pressure from his great mate, Valentino Rossi. This is great to see Lorenzo ride like this. This is the Lorenzo that won those 2 world titles. And here comes Rossi off the inside of Iannone. Valentino Rossi into 3rd place.
Valentino Rossi takes 3rd place, but Iannone's fought back. Rossi up the inside, again at turn 16. Dramatic stuff here from the Italians. Lorenzo's going to lead over the line to start lap 11. Dovizioso, can he get the slipstream? Again down to the first corner. Look at that Ducati power. Rossi came onto the straight in 3rd, but Iannone shoots by to retake 3rd place. Lorenzo, though, into the first corner as Marquez now right on the back wheel of his teammate Dani Pedrosa.
Yeah, you'd have thought this would have been a battle for the lead or the podium. It's not. It's a battle for 5th place. Here is the Suzuki of Aleix Espargaro running in 11th place. That is his brother, Paul Espargaro, just in front of him. Smith involved in a battle with Cal Crutchlow. All British battle. A lot of pride at stake in that particular one. This is amazing to see the two Hondas